Hey guys, me again with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be looking at a kind of cool thing. We're going to kind of ignore what it says up here because I thought about a name after I actually came out with this. This is the L96A2, L95A2 Custom Edition Mark III Complete Version 1. So it'll be in the title of the YouTube video. It'll make things a little bit easier. So just remember L96A2. I was making a custom version of an L85, as you saw in one of my previous videos. That white monstrosity looked really weird. And I kind of had this idea that a future British military, they would have one standard rifle configuration, and then they would adapt it to different battlefield needs. So obviously they would need a DMR somewhere somehow. This is the DMR version of the L85. As far as I know, none have ever been produced. I've seen a couple experimental versions when they were first starting the L85 project, the SA80 project I should say. But none of those followed the kind of pattern that the SA80 project emerged with at the very end. So, excuse me, I'm burping a little bit. I've now taken and I've now adapted it to shoot a much larger cartridge, a much more standard British cartridge, the 303 British cartridge, which is a huge cartridge. It's usually used in bolt action rifles, but for the sake of this is now a 303 semi-automatic bullpup rifle. It's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. So let's get right into this. This is what we've got so far. So most of it is the standard L85, but there's been now a couple changes that we will go over to bring this rifle more in line with the 21st century. So let's start at the rear with the changes that have happened here. Most of our furniture back here is still standard. There is, however, now been added a monopod that folds in the back. So the reason for this is because if you want a more stable platform for shooting, the more places of contact on the rifle that you have resting somewhere, the better you've got. So like I said, this just folds straight out. So then we can snap it into place. And now we have a monopod in the back of the rifle. Either you can rest this on the bottom of a surface. Obviously, you can see it's pretty close to being able to rest. And in real life, this would be adjustable up and down to some extent. I didn't make that here though because the inside of this is made out of brackets, so that's a little difficult to do. Maybe though we can start work on a different monopod and grip texture to see if we can get one that is adjustable. So this just folds up out of the way behind our magazine well, and it has these little flares on the edge to kind of help it sit flush with the bottom of the rifle. Our controls back here have been extended, and they, I'm sorry, that's awkward. They have this dark red finish on the ends of them to kind of help the operator know where they're at. Also just add a little bit more color, but that's that. So these have also been made ambidextrous, just in case. Again, that's more of a 21st century concept as opposed to a older one. This is our bolt catch. It's been extended dramatically. The original bolt catch is a really awkward kind of design. It literally just moves up and down, and like I said, has been added to both sides. Same design, both sides. This is our fire selector, as you can see here. So this is safe and full auto up here. So it flips. Oh, I'm sorry, semi-automatic. It's a DMR. I'm sorry, it's kind of early in the morning. Safe semi-automatic DMR 303 British. Oh man, it'd be not okay to have a fully automatic 303 rifle. Our dust cover has been exchanged for a newer type of dust cover. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to swivel up into place. Yeah, it's a pain. You know how these types of axles are in LED. So pretty simple. Our magazine release has also become ambidextrous. So this is the kind of the original design. You push in on this button and it will activate this lever right here, which will drop our magazine. To make it ambidextrous though, you have this. So if you push on the top here, this will pivot into the body of the rifle kind of this way, following the mouse. As this rotates this way, the bottom side is going to rotate out this way, and you can see that there's a little bit sitting in a gap right here. So you push that and it will drag this over and it will allow you to drop the magazine. So that's a very simple way of doing an ambidextrous design, but it works, which is fantastic. Our magazine is currently empty, wink wink, nudge nudge, but you can see that there are huge translucent windows so that you could co-witness how much rounds you have left. Obviously, this hole right here is actually meant so that you could put another one of these windows here so you could really see. And then when we got up to here, I was dealing with 2 studs wide, so couldn't really do that. But that's what that's there for in the future, basically. Our charging handle has been changed to now accept a different one. It's curved just slightly. Obviously, it's made red so that you can charge it from this side of the weapon. This is the only part of the weapon that is not fully ambidextrous. So you just charge this back. Simple as that. Top rail has been fully extended. Usually there's a gap right about here-ish on the normal L85. That's been extended all the way for larger scope mounts and kind of night vision purposes. Our front sight has been retained and stays the same. It actually folds up into a notch. And then our rail system extends just a little bit more. So again, if your scope comes and matches this whole section and you have a night vision that you need to equip, you can do that on this front one. Any type of PEC box laser or weapon light that you need can go on these side rails. This is a standard updated rail for the newer L85 weapons and whatnot. So that was kind of what this was built around. And it has this new handguard extension to match the longer barrel and the huger muzzle brake. I actually used Lego sync pieces for this at an angle to accomplish this. This is, yeah, you can see the kind of how this is done. It's pretty cheeky, but I like it. It looks pretty interesting, and it's a shape that you can't accomplish like with anything else. So yeah, that's that. I wish that these were maybe cut out in the bottom. That'd be awesome, but Lego hasn't done that yet, so hopefully they do sometime soon. And we have a bottom rail that has been fully extended, so if you want to place a bipod, angled foregrip on this, whatever you want to place on this, you can, and you can get away with that, no problem. Well, it sounds like it's going to rain here in a moment. Trigger has the same dark red highlight on it as well to offer the high visibility and contrast. That is the L96A2 Custom Edition Mark 3 or 2. I think it's Mark 2. I'm sorry. Like I said, this is just a good DMR version of the rifle as opposed to a light machine gun and assault rifle or PDW, because there are PDW L85s. They're just really short and they're still in 5.56x45. This is an updated. I'm going to hit you with a huge British cartridge from a pretty good distance out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. We will see you guys later in another YouTube video. Thanks for watching.